Good evening, peoples. Yeah, so doing this video about, our young precious brothers and sisters. I'm talking about the babies and the children and the young teenagers, with the issues with the ADD and the ADHD, the poor memory, all types of issues they had. They was born with it and didn't ask for it. But everything has a time and a purpose and a season. Even though the parents know about it, but it's like some will help out, don't get me wrong, and shout out to the parents. But you guys, the parents, they don't care about none of that. Even with the autism kids, they don't care about none of that. The only thing they want for that is a check. Support their habits, support what they want to do, and take their money spent on their boyfriends or their friends or their bad habits or clothes or shoes or bills, whatever, but not spending nothing on a child. No clean underwear, t-shirt, shoes, or none of that. I just hate that treatment of like, well, he's a child, he don't know no better. He's about this age, but his mindset like a baby. He ain't gonna know. He'll be alright. I'll buy a little something here and there. Wrong. Like, God watches everything. Every dog does have his day. The Bible said that if it doesn't come to pass, it will not stand. And when that day comes of their consequences, it will stand. That's according to God's word. It just hurts my heart and bothers me more the time, like how these parents treat these autism kids, even though they got an issue and they need help. They got a problem, they need help, but you choose not to get into that problem, and you want them to stay that problem. As long as that money keep coming in and supporting you, that's all that matters. You feed them the same thing every day, which you don't want that. You treat them like animals, which you don't deserve to be treated. It's like when they're around you, you don't pay no attention. You just reject them. You just treat them like a nobody. That ain't right. That ain't cool. Even though your conscience telling you what you're doing, you ain't supposed to do. You ignore your conscience and just going by how you feel. But say with the day when payday come, that's all that matter. And even though that's your child's paycheck, you spend it like it's your paycheck. Even if you got a man, even if you got a boyfriend, you turn around, spend it on him, and you get your boyfriend to take him to school. And behind your back, that man treat your child like he's nobody. He's just a stranger to you, and your boyfriend feel embarrassed of your child because the way he is and the way he act and the way he carry himself. That child represents you, woman. And how that man treat that child, that man just do the same treatment about you. That man ain't care about your child. That man ain't definitely care about you. But as long as that money coming, that's all that matters. That man don't care about neither one of y'all. He's just there because you spending money on him. And whatever he asks for, you right there giving it to him. But in front of people, you want to say, oh, that's my child. I love it so much. Or whatever. But behind closed doors, you treat your child like a down, dirty dog. It's kicking to the curb. You slap him across the head and say all kinds of foul language to him. Because it's like he got a mind like a child. And God watches, and his angels watch everything. And say when that day comes, something happened to you, you got cancer, something happened to you, you be in the hospital in the bed or be in the hospital in a coma, then right there, it's all coming back to you. Say from your child when the Lord calls him to go home. In which they go straight to heaven. All them autism kids, they go straight to heaven. And that money cut, and once your child go back to Jesus, that money cut off. Now you upset. Then it's like your boyfriend left you. He didn't want to do with you. So now you sitting at home and depressed. Now you got to go and get a job or whatever. But shout out to the parents that's taking care of them and treat them like a human being. Like that's their child. And God bless them richly and very much. Angels will protect them, regardless, no matter what. Shout out to the wonderful parents and much love for y'all. Can y'all please subscribe my channel and hit the like button? Thank you. Anyway. Yeah. Shout out to them wonderful parents. God-fearing parents. Because the multitudes, they know if you got a good spirit or a bad spirit. And then it's like you hitting and cussing a child. You know, he or she can't speak. He can't defend themselves. They're scared of you. And then they go to school and the teachers see all the warps and things on their back. Like, what happened? What's going on? And they can't speak. But the expression on their face and the way they move, you take the shirt off, they start screaming, and you see the marks on their back, then you know why. Then you got your boyfriend taking them kids to school, and man got on brand new fresh Jordans, and your kids got on shoes that he had like about 2 years ago. The clothes looking out dirty in his hand. His hair look washed and combed, ain't got a haircut, but your boyfriend, your so-called boyfriend, got on Jordans, a fresh cut, and got brand new clothes and all. Even though that's your child's money. Like, that ain't right. And on the top of that, the teachers don't do nothing. I know they wish they could, but they stay out of that. Then, they're around the school gossiping about it, and they're taking it to the principal. When they get to the principal, they say, okay, let's go take a visit at the house and see what's going on. And when you get to the house and knocking on their door, nobody ain't going to answer. They inside looking at you. They see why you come, but they going to pretend like they ain't home. Knowing they're at home, looking at the screen, watching y'all. Like, they know what time it is. And y'all know what time it is, how you treat them autistic kids. You know they got a problem. You know they need help. They didn't ask for this. Everything has its time and the season and the purpose. They come to you. God giving it in your hands. But God knows the beginning and the end. That's why He's the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and the first and the last. If your parents don't stop what you're doing, before you know it, it's going to blow up in your face. And you got to answer that. And then you go to the other side you wish you never had, never got to. So, Lord have mercy on each and every one of y'all parents who out there listening to it, knowing they ain't going to like what I'm saying.